Bonjour, Mrs. How you doing? Happy Wednesday to you. This is Victoria Player of victoriaplayer.com, and a very big and warm welcome along to Steps to More High Caliber Clients Group, formerly known as Inspired to Greatness. For those of you who are old school members who have stuck the course, I've actually removed a shed load of people from this group, and we'll be having new members coming in shortly. So if you are new in here, drop new in the comments below. If you are listening into the replay, drop replay in the comments below. And if you want to tune in for all of these lives, then head to the three dots, I think is on this side, or is it on that one? And make sure the notifications are on. Before we get into today's topic, I want to invite you to join us this Saturday at 9 a.m. UK time for a brand new live training on how to call in clients that have money. This is for you who are looking for people who are willing and able to invest in your services. And it's in answer to the thing I hear most frequently from all of you here in the group, because of course we chat in the DMs. And so many of you have been telling me that your biggest sticking point is struggling to take clients over the finish line from interested to enrolled. And what you're hearing frequently is, I'd love to, but ... You know, I'd love to, but it's more than I was expecting to pay, or I'd love to, I need to go check my bank account. I'd love to, I need to check with my husband. I'd love to, I need to go away and think about it. If you're getting a lot of that when you're enrolling new clients, then be sure to join us this Saturday. If you want to join us, I'll send you the details. Drop the number 7 in the comments below, and I will make sure you have all the details for Saturday. So today's topic, we're talking about visioning. This piece here can miraculously transform your business in a way that no other strategy I teach will. And I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about my journey and thinking I might do some videos on some of the breakthrough moments in my business and the mindset shifts I had to go through. Because I know back in the day, in my early days of business, hearing about other women's journey really made a difference, because not only did it sort of demonstrate for me what's possible, it made me realize, you know what, if she can do it, I can too. But also it gave me some pointers on how I needed to show up. And so I was thinking about this yesterday, and I was reminded about a key moment when everything changed in my business. And this is what the first thing I do when I work with my clients. And it's about visioning, because I know if you're here in this group, yes, it's about attracting clients. It is about making money, because that is what business is about. If you don't have money coming in, you don't have a business. You have a very expensive hobby. But if you know anything about me, you know I'm all about creating a lifestyle business, designing your business in a way that fits your lifestyle choices, that enables you to work around your family commitments or whatever your lifestyle commitments are. Some people are in it to make more money. Some people are in it to have more freedom. For me, I homeschool my son. As many of you know, during the COVID stuff, I was traveling the world indefinitely, and all this palaver that's gone on has brought me back home because there was nowhere for me to go. Anyway, enough of that. And so visioning was where it started for me, because years ago, I've been in business for 15 years now. And back in the day, I'd been in business for a while, but then I fell pregnant with my son. I am a lone parent. There has never been a father in the picture. He just disappeared and washed his hands of the situation. And so I was a broke lone parent living on welfare, living on £62 a week, having my rent paid by the government. Not a moment I ever imagined I'd be in. Wasn't part of my plan. And so for me, the desperation to get out of that situation was tremendous. And up until that point, I was feeling really stuck because I was in just getting by mode. I was in lack. My vision was so limited because I was living in this sort of limited existence. And so I struggled along for ages because it was all about the money. It was all about, I've got to make the money, I've got to make the money, I've got to make the money. And of course, for me, it was that because I was in the benefits trap, I was in the welfare trap. To get off welfare, you have to create a big income leap to get off it. I think they've changed the system slightly now, but I think it's more means tested. But for me, it was all about the money. But here's the thing. I've never really been driven by making money alone, not for money's sake. I mean, money for me is just a sort of barometer of how many people I'm helping. You know, that's how I see it. I'm not, I've never been one who wants to be a millionaire. I'm not one of these sort of flash birds. I'm just not. It's just not my style. My thing is freedom. Money creates the freedom that I choose, that I desire. The freedom of lifestyle, the freedom of choice, the freedom of movement, all of those things. These are, one of my core values, freedom. And so it just wasn't working for me. The money wasn't coming in because I was so focused on making the money. And although we need that as a sort of guide to measure how we're progressing in our business, visioning is the most important part because this is when everything changed. I reached the point where my desperation to change my situation was so intense, I almost put a stake in the ground and said, that is it. Enough. I'm done with this shit. My life is going to be different. I am taking a no excuses approach to this. I am going to be mistress of my own destiny and create my own future. And so I made the decision to vision my life, to give myself permission for what I wanted. And travel was my thing, as you know, freedom. And so I thought, right, I'm going to start traveling in Europe, and I want to work from Europe and have clients fly out to work with me. And then I looked at going to Europe with a newborn. Well, he was a toddler then, actually. And I thought, oh, this is so expensive. And bearing in mind, I was living on welfare at the time. And then I thought, hold on, I can actually go and live in Asia for an entire month for the price of a week in Europe. And so I then started to vision about that and look at all the different places I could stay. And then I thought, well, if I stay over there for a month and I'm going to be working over there, then I need an au pair. And then I thought, okay, then if I have an au pair, I probably need to try her out before I go and make sure I get on with her. So that means I need to move into a bigger house, so I've got a room for her to stay in. And so my vision started to expand, but I gave myself permission to go for what I wanted, not on what I believed I could get. And it's like being a child again. When we're children, when we're playing dress up, when we're dressing up as a fairy or a doctors and nurses or an astronaut or Cinderella or princess, whatever it is you want to dress up as, you're not actually dressing up. In that moment, you're being it. And so when it comes to visioning, I would invite you to almost have that childlike quality again, as though you were already being it. That, anything's possible. So what would you vision if anything was possible? Because here's the thing, as soon as I let myself go with it, it took a while, it took days to even allow myself to think in such an expanded way based upon where I was, this limited place that I was. And so I got that vision together and I made the decision. I'm going to be that woman. I'm going to just act as if I am that woman, as though I am going to Thailand for the whole summer and that I am going to have an au pair that flies out with me to look after my son whilst I work, and that I do have clients fly out to work with me in Thailand. And so I started to say on social media that this was what I was going to do. I started to share the photos of the places I wanted to stay and the beach I could see myself laying on. And I was talking about it as though I was already being that woman, knowing full well that by doing it that way, by putting it out so publicly, it gave me no choice but to show up and make it happen. It's like burning your bridges. I gave myself no way out. I had to make it my reality. Otherwise, I was going to look an absolute dick, to be honest. And so that's what I did. And I put together a program in which clients would fly out with me to Thailand, the other side of the world. I mean, how excessive is that? You know, I was thinking, who's going to do this? I don't know anyone who would fly to the other side of the world to work with little old me. Sorry, I had an alarm going off on my phone. And I don't know anyone who would pay that much to work with me, because obviously I had to make the investment, a certain amount to make this lifestyle shift happen. But I didn't get hooked up in all the reasons why it can't happen. I just thought, listen, I've got nothing to lose. If I just do this and just put it out there, what am I going to lose? Nothing. In fact, someone might even say yes. And I started to talk about it. And there was a particular business friend that I would speak to regularly on the phone, and we'd just chat business, and you know, we were sort of singing from the same song. I wouldn't say she was a business bestie, but she's someone that I got on really well with. And so, you know, we'd been chatting for months, and then I'd been talking about what my plans were to go off and spend the summer in Thailand and to call in clients to work with me over there. And we were on a call one day, and she said, you know, Victoria, I've seen your posts, and, you know, I've been talking about looking for a mentor, and I've been thinking, I'd like you to be my mentor. And I was just like, what? And I knew her financial situation. So I was like, cool, let's set up a time to have a proper talk about your business and where you're at and blah, blah, blah. And so we had a call. And then I made an offer to her, which was one of my lower level offers, thinking, because I knew her financial situation, I thought, you know, she's never going to be able to afford to fly all the way over to Thailand and pay for this $6,000 package that I'd put together. But I made this offer and she went, no, I don't want that one. She said, what's this one that you've been talking about on social media? Tell me about that. She said, I think that's what I want. And I was like, really? And the shock, the utter shock that she'd come out with that, because it was almost like my prayers had been answered. But I tried to style it out as though it was just commonplace for me. When really on the inside, I was almost in tears, but I told her about it. And I said, listen, the intensive, we kick off with an intensive and a 2-day intensive. So you can either come and, you know, as you probably know, I'm flying away to Thailand to spend the summer there. So you can either come out to Thailand and do the intensive there with me, or we can do it here before I go. Which would be the best fit for you? And she said, what do you think I want, Victoria? And lo and behold, she signed up for this program and she flew out to Thailand with me. And I hired out the most stunning pool villa. And we then travelled over to a beautiful island, 3 hours out into the middle of the ocean, tiny little island, Koh Phi Phi. And it was the most amazing time. We had dinners together. We went partying on the beach. It was just like the best time ever. I couldn't have had a better client come out to work with me. And it was because she said yes that I was able to make all of this happen. I got my au pair. She came and flew out with us, and it all just worked like the perfectly made plan. And it got me off benefits. I did do other things. I'm going to come back and talk to you more about different stories to help you see what's possible for you. And I'll share what I've done to create really big quantum leaps in my business. But it got me off welfare. It got me my dream. And so up until that point, I'd been in the financial quagmire. But it's because I set this vision that truly lit me up, that got me excited. I was willing to move through the discomfort in a way that I simply wouldn't have done otherwise, just for money's sake. And so I invite you to take some time in the next couple of days and give yourself permission to dream big, to vision. If you knew anything was possible and money wasn't an issue, then what would you wish for yourself? What would be your vision? What would you be working towards if anything was possible? Let your mind rip. Take some time over this. And just to whet your appetite, to demonstrate for you what is also possible for you, I will post the video of my client in Thailand in a moment in the comments below here, so you can just see the magic of what can happen when you burn your bridges and you go for what you say you want and you give yourself permission to be the woman you know you have the potential to be. So I know I've gone on longer, but I think this is an exciting, inspiring story. So yeah, let me know what you think of it. Let me know what your vision is. If you gave yourself permission to really go for it, what would you do? Let's put it out here, and then we'll make it happen here in this group. Anyway, lots of love. Have a lovely day, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.